Hello, soccer fans. Welcome to your favorite channel, the 424 Soccer Channel. March the 7th, November 26. Let's see how it goes. Major headlines. Robert Lewandowski finally scores his first World Cup goal. France qualifies for the round of 16 as the first team in FIFA Qatar 2022. Lionel Messi equals Diego Maradona's appearance in World Cup matches. He made number 21 today, meaning that he's going to beat Maradona's record when he plays his final game against Poland in the group stage. Argentina grinds it out with Mexico with goals from Lionel Messi and Fernandez. It was a hectic match. Now let us review all the matches of the day. The first match was between Tunisia and Australia. How did they line up? Tunisia lined up with 3-4-2-1 formation, while Australia stuck to their 4-4-2 formation. Yesterday, we predicted that the match would end in a 0-0 draw. But what was the final score? Tunisia 0, Australia 1. So Australia won the match. Now, if you had watched the match, you would realize that Tunisia was in control. Their possession was 58%. Australia was 42. Tunisia had 5 corners to Australia's 2. Shots had goal, Tunisia had 14, 9 to Australia. And then the problem was that there was no cutting edge. With the 14 shots at goal, only 4 was on target for Tunisia and 2 for Australia. Out of the 2, Australia got a goal from the 2. So Tunisia had more passes, more touches on the ball than Australia. They had a total of 497 passes to 351 passes to Australia. 3 yellow cards at the final whistle. Tunisia had 3 yellow cards to 0 of Australia. The second match, was between Poland and Saudi Arabia. That was the match that Lewandowski finally broke the duck. He's a prolific striker. In Bayern Munich, he scored 30. Last season, he scored 35 out of 35 goals out of 34 appearances. So that must be a prolific striker. In Barcelona this season, he is the leading scorer, but he never scored in the World Cup. So he would have probably, and he's 34 years old, nobody knows whether he is coming back, in 4 years' time, or whether Poland will qualify. So he finally broke his the dog. We predicted that Poland will carry the day by 1 goal to nothing, but at the end, final whistle, Poland scored 2 goals to 0. So they won the match. Our prediction was right, but they scored more than we predicted. However, Saudi Arabia had more possession. They had 64% possession to 36% possession. For the Polish. The problem was that of inefficiency on the part of Saudi Arabia. There was that zeal, but there was no experience. So with all the possession and 16 shots at goal, they could not muster a goal for themselves. So they had a total of 533 passes, but they could not score. But kudos to the Polish goalkeeper, Szczesny. That's his name, Szczesny. He was so good. It was between the Saudis and and the goal, and he kept out all the shots. At the end of it, Saudi Arabia had 2 yellow cards, while Poland had 3 yellow cards. Now, the match between France and Denmark. We had predicted that France would carry the day by 1-0. But at the final whistle, France scored 2 goals to 1 of Denmark. So it was still a 1-goal margin, but not a 1-0 as we predicted. But France finally carried the day. France started with their usual 4-2-3-1. Their recently discovered pattern, 4-2-3-1, to that of Denmark, which was 3-4-2-1. So now that gave more ball position to the Danes. They had more ball position, but the France national team, they had more shots on goal. Total of 21 shots at goal to 10 of the Danes. And out of the 21 shots at goal, France had 7 on target to 2 on target for the Danes. France had, made less passes, 491 to 526 passes made by the Danes. At the end of it, even though Denmark, had more possession, they did not make out anything aside from the 1 goal they scored. So it ended France 2, Denmark 0. Then the last game, the final game of match day 7, was between Argentina and Mexico. It was a must-win match for Argentina because in their first match, they lost to Saudi Arabia, and both teams came into this match with an expectation not to lose. So it was so frantic, high energy game, end to end. None of the teams settled down, especially in the first half. It was, very Argentine. We know the Argentines to be passing the ball, with precision and all that. But we know what happened. They came in, they didn't want to lose because it would have been another upset if Argentina had lost the game. It would have meant that they would have gone home. So it was so titanic, end to end, high energy, high intensity. And in the second half, now it continued that way until the almighty Lionel Messi. He came up with his usual magic. He scored the first goal. And we all know Lionel Messi, there are only 2 great players alive now, or still playing, Lionel Messi and Cristiano Ronaldo. So he lived up to expectation and scored the first goal. Now, as the match advanced, again, Argentina came up with something very spectacular from Fernandes. Fernandes plays for Benfica in the Portuguese league. He's a midfielder. This is his first World Cup, and this is his debut. So he had a debut he will never forget, with a goal, that was so spectacular. He curled it to the far right corner, to the left of the Mexican goalkeeper, out of reach. And it was something very spectacular. We had predicted, if you had watched our video yesterday, you would know we predicted that Argentina would win the match by 2-0, and it came true. The match ended at full time, Argentina 2, Mexico 0. Argentina started the match with a 4-4-2, with full intention to defend and attack. Mexico started with a 5-3-2, with full intention to defend and defend and defend. And that is how it went throughout the match. Argentina had 58% possession to Mexico's 42% possession. At the end of it, the match was end to end, but with little threat to the goal mouth, because Argentina had 5 shots on target to Mexico's 4. But out of the 5 shots, Argentina had 2. Argentina had 5 shots, but 2 were on target. The two shots on target were the goals scored by Lionel Messi and Fernandes. So for precision, it was good, for having 2 on target and coming out with 2 goals. Now, Mexico had only 1 shot on target. The Argentines did a lot of passing, trying to break down the Mexicans. They had a total of 528 passes to 370 from the Mexicans. At the end of it, there was 1 yellow card to Argentina and 4 to Mexico. So match day 7, November 26 ended with Argentina coming home with a win and keeping their hopes alive to qualify from the group. Now, let us predict for matches November 27, match day 8 in the group stages. Now, there will be 4 matches in groups E and F. In Group E, Japan will take on Costa Rica. Now, Japan is 24th on FIFA ranking. Costa Rica is 31 in FIFA ranking. In the first matches, Japan won their match. There was an upset. They defeated the Germans 2 goals to 1. The Costa Ricans lost woefully to the Spaniards. So, what is the prediction here? The Japanese team is very good. As we said in our prediction, the last prediction and analysis, the Japanese can run rings around you. They can run for 90 minutes. They have low center of gravity. They never get tired. So we expect them to put on that rolling skaters tomorrow and run rings all over Costa Ricans. And we expect Japan to score 3 goals to Costa Rica's 0. We do not know where Costa Rica's goal will come from because we never saw any threat of goal in their first match. So prediction, Japan 3, Costa Rica 0. Then the first match in Group F, 8 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, will be between Belgium and Morocco. Belgium is number 2 in FIFA ranking, Morocco number 22. Now, who would win? Based on this ranking, we expect Belgium to win, to defeat Morocco. So we predict Belgium will score 2 goals to Morocco's 0. So we give it to Belgium tomorrow. Now, the third match of match day 8, November 27, will be between Croatia and Canada. Croatia is number 12 in FIFA ranking, whereas Canada is number 41. But don't look at the ranking because Canada had a very good game against Belgium. They were unlucky to lose to Belgium. They outplayed the Belgians but lost the game due to inexperience. So if they put on the same performance they did against Belgium in their first match, Canada may likely carry the day tomorrow. So prediction, Canada 2, Croatia 1. So we expect the Canadians to beat Croatia tomorrow. Then the final match of the day for tomorrow will be between Spain and Germany. This will be a European tussle. Spain is number 7, Germany is number 11. Germany lost their first match to Japan. So the German machines will be rolled out tomorrow. And we expect the German machines to come out tops tomorrow. So Germany 2, Spain 1. The Spaniards, we know, they like the tiki-taka game. They like to ball position, to pass it around, short passes, and so on. The German machines, on the other hand, they like it, the high intensity, the high energy game. So expect the Germans tomorrow to overpower the Spaniards by 2 goals to nothing. Now, let's see how it goes Tomorrow we'll be here again to review the matches. Please, if you have not subscribed yet, please subscribe to the 424 Soccer channel for your match predictions, for your match analysis, and much more. Please click the like button and especially the notification button so that when we come alive tomorrow, immediately after the last match, you will be able to see how it went. Thank you so much and have a good evening.